Good evening, EagleNick. Oh, this, you know what I mean, Vern? And we are live in downtown Dalton, Georgia. Right here at the intersection of Thornton Avenue and Collar Street. Hello, Nova Hampton. How are you doing this evening? Now, they just got through doing all this road work up here. They just got through doing all this road work up here where they put in all them new sewer pipes to connect the Carpentry Hotel to the city sewer system. I'm gonna leave the bike right there on the corner. I got it locked up. I might need to move it a little bit farther away. Somebody liable to try to ride up on there on purpose just to run over my bicycle. It is well out of the way right here. Good evening. It sure does smell good coming out of there, brother. Good evening, Mr. Noob. How you doing, Mr. Noob? Domino's Pizza. But this is all new sidewalks. Notice how they utilized that old red brick in it again. They had to continue with that Freemasonry symbols. Hello, Aliso Mota. How you doing this evening? Look, this old manhole here is covered up with dirt. Now this Domino's location right here has been here for a long time in downtown Dalton. Now this is a lot older of a house that they have remodeled, but it still has the two real old chimneys. And I'd say this house here has been here since the Civil War. Good evening, Joker and Harley Venom. Good evening, John. We are in Dalton, Georgia, the carpet capital of the world. Look, they got them garages numbered over here, 1, 2, and 3. I wonder who is number 1. No, it's 1, 2, 1, 2. Where's the 3? Look, you got a 2, you got a 1, and you got a 2. So what happened to the 3? We're headed right up here in front of the Carpentry Hotel, which is partially owned, co-owned by our state representative, Mr. Casey Carpenter. That was built using taxpayers' dollars. Built using taxpayers' funds from the city of Dalton, helped fund the construction of this Carpentry Hotel. Can you say kickbacks? Can you say well-to-dos? Can you say Dalton's elite? Now there's no telling how much money it costs to stay at this here Carpentry Hotel. Good evening, Mr. Got Your Wife. Speak the truth, okay. Appalachian American, Jim Benner, Rusty, Fred Hinkle, Ralph Perry, John. Good evening, everybody. How is everyone doing this fine evening? Look how good these roads look, located directly in front of this Carpentry Hotel. Hey, this is high dollar right here. You know what I mean, Vern? High dollar. You gotta have some money to be able to stay there. You know what I mean? You need a BMW. You need a Beamer to be staying here. It costs some jack. Check that out. Now this here, painted on the side of that thing, represents Dalton, Georgia. A long time ago used to be known as Peacock Alley. And that is a spool of yarn where they spin to make carpets. Now this was partially funded by city taxes, by the city of Dalton. Now it went over budget, and it took a lot longer for them to complete than they originally said. Check out all the bricks. Check out all the brickwork. Can you say kickback? But once again, this Carpentry Hotel is co-owned by Mr. Casey Carpenter, our state representative. Good evening, Billy Burns. Good morning, good evening, Bobby Miles. Now right across the street is the Oakwood Cafe. Now Mr. Casey Carpenter also owns the Oakwood Cafe. How would you like it if you was somebody within our government and you actually had a big fancy hotel sitting in downtown Dalton, Georgia, the carpet capital of the world, which is your district that you represent. And they've got such a big, fine hotel downtown with your name in it. You know what I mean, Vern? The Carpentry. Carpenter, huh? Does not that sound coincidental? We're gonna go across right here. Oh, they made this into a four-way stop. Hopefully it'll stay that way. We're gonna go across right here. I wanna show you this mural they've got on the side of the Oakwood here. Check that out. They left that up there. Boy, that's some old electrical stuff right here, brother. Hello, football. Dalton Print Shop. We open at 8 a.m. Said if it's not 8 a.m., looky there how gorgeous them little pups are. They're beautiful. Thank you, Ronnie Walker, for that $50 super chat. Hey, we're going to be on the lookout for Officer Miller and Officer Garcia. Especially Officer Garcia, seeing how he said he does not like EagleNick. Look, established in 1847. You know what I mean, Vern? Now check out the mural they got right here. Back in 1847, they used them trains in the state of Georgia to transport slaves. Georgia was a slave state. Georgia had many plantations. Hello, RHYS, why you retract your messages? Check out what they got holding up these stop signs. Now, I don't know if these stop signs will be permanent or if they're going to reinstall traffic lights. They probably got to bedazzle them real good before. You know, you can't just have regular traffic lights up here for such a big old fancy hotel. You know what I mean, Vern? You can't have just regular traffic lights up here around all this fancy smancy, up here around all these millions of dollars that went into the road, went into the sidewalks, all these red bricks. You know what I mean, Vern? That's why EagleNick says kick bricks. Good evening, Semi Ernie. How you doing, Semi? Would you rather be called Semi or Ernie? You know what I mean, Vern? But this right here is where we're at. We're in Dalton, Georgia, the carpet capital of the world. That is the Oakwood Cafe, which is owned by Casey Carpenter, our state representative. Look, they've even got a store up here called the Avon Experience. etc. I didn't even know they still made Avon. Good evening, D. D.I. So you are Vern. Well, hello to you, Vern. I guess we better head on back up toward the bicycle up there. Go ahead, brother. This man was going to let me cross, but I ain't in that big of a hurry. We're going to head on back up toward the bicycle because we don't want no Dalton Police Department officer to stop up there and try to steal my bicycle, especially your Officer Garcia. Now, Officer Garcia, I reckon he started working at the International House of Pancakes. Now, I didn't know the police like pancakes. I thought they only eat donuts. You know what I mean, Vern? The International House of Pancakes can look forward to being sued. It comes from Mr. Ernest P. Worrell, a.k.a. Jim Varney. He is the one who did the Ernest movies. Ernest Saves Christmas. Ernest Goes to School. Ernest Joins the Army. Ernest Goes to Prison. Check out that fancy bright jacket. Look at all them insignias all over it. That is some kind of club. That's probably the Ghetto Boys Club. Hello, John C. Hello, Joan Tucker. Elsa Olsen. Trying to figure out what kind of jacket that is. See if we can get the insignia on it if he ever turns around. Well, I could walk over to that side, then I'll be looking that way. Since he's got his back to us, we ought to be able to see it pretty good. Unless he turns around. Be my luck, he'll turn around before I get over there. Look, they got to put another... This is where a traffic light was, so they'll have to install that again. The Dalton Lions Club, Dalton, Georgia. That's what it is. It's the Lions Club. Now here is who done this mural in 2022. Now that must be up here at Haig Mill Reservoir. Get up here close enough where we can read this here. It says, "Our community." This tells about it. Oakwood Cafe, you know what I mean, Vern. Casey Carpenter, that name just keeps coming up. Look, it actually says who each one is. Michaela McSears, Joy Lynn, and I won't try to pronounce that one because I doubt if I could get it right. Camilla Goodlett, Mary Susan Broderick. Now we had one of our governments was named Broderick, Bruce Broderick. I think he passed away. Hello, Tim Brockett. When I was a girl, I wish that I'd been a boy because a boy could find work to make money and there was nothing a girl could do to earn money. I feel now that God knew best, and I'm glad that I was a girl. Catherine Evans Whitener, you know what I mean, Vern? Probably one of the elite. They are probably one of the elite in Dalton, Georgia. I've never heard of that name, but you can Google Catherine Evans Whitener. No parking, loading zone. Look how faded this old sign is. What is that supposed to be? Is that their version of the rainbow flag? But that is the Carpentry Hotel. You know what I mean, Vern? Can you say kickbacks? Now, you know that is official misconduct under the color of law. Receiving any monetary gain while you are a public servant by helping to secure those city tax dollars to fund a massive hotel in downtown Dalton, Georgia that bears your name, Mr. Casey Carpenter. Now, Mr. Casey Carpenter has been censored by the Republican Party of Whitfield County at least 2 times. You know what I mean, Vern? He has been censored by his own party because he does not adhere to Republican values. He is just a rhino, a Republican in name only. He has not supported we the people of Dalton, Georgia, Whitfield County, or the state of Georgia. He has only been after his own special self-interest, padding his pockets off of city funds, city taxpayers' dollars. But I've said it from the beginning, the corruption in Dalton, Georgia goes a lot higher than just the Dalton Police Department. Damn, it looks like my bicycle's gone up there. They might have somebody done stole my bike, even though I had it locked up. Wouldn't that be some shit? I'm telling you, I don't see it sitting up here unless my eyes is just that bad. No, it's still there. I guess my eyes are just that bad. I thought somebody done loaded it up and took it with them. Thank you. Good evening, Heath Hawkins. Ding, ding, ding. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. You know what I mean, Vern? The one who owns the Oakwood Cafe is also 1/3 owner in the Carpentry Hotel, which bears his name. It bears Mr. Carpenter's name, the Carpentry Hotel. He is also our state representative. He is someone who is supposed to be above reproach, that knows not to try to get rich off the taxpayers. Now that gas station right here has been here for at least over 40 years in downtown. Hey, I'll tell you what, they cook a lot of pizzas right here at this Domino's downtown Dalton location. You know what I mean, Vern? Good evening, CPP. Or is that OPP? Other people's property. You know what I mean, Vern? That is the thing about it. Our government is too much down with OPP, other people's property, other people's possessions, other people's financial future. Do you really think your government gives a rat's ass about whether you make it day by day? Yep, there's the bicycles. It is still here. I just couldn't see it from back that far off. Now, the International House of Pancakes in Dalton, Georgia, located off Walnut Avenue, out close to the interstate, West Walnut Avenue, can look forward to a future lawsuit. As well as Officer Miller with the Dalton Police Department and Officer Garcia with the Dalton Police Department. Don't think that EagleNick is going to let it pass. EagleNick will be all over your ass. You know what I mean, Vern? You cannot do crooked shit and not expect to have it exposed. Now, I heard you do not like EagleNick audits, Officer Garcia. I'd just like to know, are you the coward that called me by name, that I called a pig face? Because if so, I said it then and I'll say it again. If the pig fits, you will wear it. You know what I mean, Vern? This is your tax dollars at work, Dalton, Georgia, Whitfield County. Your tax dollars are being spent to make the rich more richer. Your tax dollars are helping our state representative live in luxury. This is your tax dollars at work, Dalton, Georgia, Whitfield County. You know what I mean, Bird. Stand up and let your voice be heard. Don't hide in the shadows. It is time we petition our government to let them know we're sick and tired of the way they are running our town, the way they are running our state, the way they are running our country. They are running them all right into the ground while they live the easy life, stealing money from the poor and the homeless. They're not happy with all the taxes they get from you. They want to get everything you got with taxation by citation. Thank you, Tim Brockett. Good evening, Rocky, Tim Brockett, Alex, Nikki, and I heard some sirens. It sounded like the fire department, but they're not coming this way. It sounded like they was headed out either west on Walnut Avenue or south down Thornton Avenue to the south of us. Oh, EagleNick would like to thank Ronnie Walker again for that $50 super chat. You know what I mean, Vern? Now, we do have the super thanks, super chat, and super stickers are available. Oh man, I need to unlock this bike and head up that way. Now they turned off their siren just right up there, so they must have been a wreck up there or something. Y'all bear with me for just a minute. Let's head up that way and see if we can find out what's going on up here. Now, they still had their lights flashing, but they cut off their siren about right when they got across from this First Dalton United Methodist Church. Boy, it looks like it is fixing to come a storm as well. That wind is really starting to pick up. I don't want to get caught out in no rainstorm if I can help it. So we may not get to stay for very much longer. But as long as it does not rain, we will feel no pain. You know what I mean, Vern? Now, they might have just canceled the call. Maybe the reason they cut the sirens off. They had to be right around here close somewhere. Unless they canceled the service call. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It is 8 p.m. in Dalton, Georgia, the carpet capital of the world. You know what I mean, Vern? Well, I don't see that ambulance down through here nowhere. So they must have just canceled the call for service because they cut off their sirens right as they got right here. They cut off their sirens right as they got here. So they must have cut off their lights and headed on back down there to the Hamilton Emergency Services dock, where they dock at down there by the old laundromat. Good evening, Joan Tucker. How you doing, Joan? Thank you so much for coming back on to the live stream. Boy, everybody, EagleNick got his feelings hurt. You know what I mean, Vern? I just feel so sad and so depressed because I found out that Officer not Officer Miller, but Officer Garcia with the Dalton Police Department does not like this guy right here. He does not like EagleNick. You know what I mean, Vern? Oh, Officer Garcia with the Dalton Police Department said he does not like EagleNick. Why? EagleNick feels so sad. I just don't know what to do. What would I do without his respect? I just don't think I can go on without Officer Garcia with the Dalton Police Department, without your approval, without your recognition of EagleNick. I had to come here in front of the church. I believe we lost the chat there for a minute, but I believe I got it back. Hello, George O'Grady. Wentworth Pond. See if I missed anybody else. Hello, Alex. Hello, Nick. Nope, didn't Judge Partain jail you for auditing the post office? Yep, that one. Nope, Judge Jack Partain helped to violate my constitutional rights. I never trespassed at the post office. I was never written a legal trespass and issued it. I was never issued, shown, or served a warrant at any time. Oh, Jack Partain said I've been up there at the courthouse too much. You know what I mean, Vern? Oh, EagleNick disagrees, though. I would have to go up there every day for the rest of my life to cover all the corruption within the Dalton, Georgia, Dalton City government and Whitfield County government, especially that kangaroo courthouse, that kangaroo court system at the Whitfield County Courthouse in downtown Dalton, Georgia. You know what I mean, Vern? Good evening, Francisco. Paul Davidson. You have a blessed evening, Francisco, in Sao Paulo City, Brazil. Thank you so much for coming on to the live stream. Well, we was up there in front of that real fancy, smancy Carpentry Hotel in downtown. That is co-owned by our state representative, that was built, partially funded by City of Dalton taxpayers' dollars. That bears Mr. Carpenter's name, the Carpentry, which had the roads, all the roads up and down through there fixed, had new sewer system installed. Got all them new red bricks in the sidewalk. Good evening, Johnny come lately. Judge Jack Partain is a clown. It's funny, I seem to remember on July the 25th that Judge Jack Partain's demeanor, he acted like he thought he was going to run all over EagleNick one more time in that courtroom, because when they said something about a new trial, EagleNick spoke up and said that I do not want a new trial. I said that would be double jeopardy. He got mad and told me to shut up. Said, you do not talk unless you get permission. Yeah, when he found out When he found out that they had no more authority over me, he couldn't do jack shit to me because that sentence had been fully completed. I had done the time. I had done the probation. I had paid all of the fine, court costs, surcharges, and probation fees. When he found out they lost all authority over EagleNick 1 week before, his whole demeanor changed and it went to being called Mr. Nicholson. You know what I mean, Vern? Yeah, I do not think the governor of Kentucky, ain't his name Bashir's? I don't think he would make a good president. He would be another Joe Biden. You know what I mean, Vern? I wouldn't doubt that he's not another one of those socialist Democrats of America, like former President Barack Hussein Obama and Joe Biden. You know, I hate to tell you, but Joe Biden and Obama was probably worse for the country than if we had elected Bernie Sanders. Hey, I don't doubt that goes on in Dalton, Georgia, Whitfield County all the time. You know what I mean, Miss Joan? Our government likes to utilize taxpayers' money to benefit themselves. Now, it's not helping out the citizens of Dalton, Georgia, Whitfield County, for them building that Carpentry Hotel downtown, but it is financially benefiting our state representative, Mr. Casey Carpenter. It is actively putting money in his pockets off of the taxpayers' dollar. Now, that is called official misconduct. Now, we got somebody coming up through here on one of them little scooters. They got a headlight on it. We're going to get over here in the grass so they'll be able to pass by. We don't want to block their travel. We got our bicycle parked right here. Howdy. Well, didn't even have to move. He went around us. You know, you are allowed to ride on the side of the road. You know, we have share the road in the state of Georgia. At least I know we've got it in Dalton, Georgia, so I'd say it's statewide. Now, they passed a new bicycle safety passing law recently, I think in 2024 or 23-1. Here goes one of them Domino's drivers. They've been out here delivering that pizza. You know what I mean, Vern? I guess we're going to get ready to go ahead and end the live stream, and old EagleNick is going to head on back toward the Eagle's Nest. I would like to thank Ronnie Walker one more time for that $50 super chat. We do have super chat, super thanks, and super stickers are available. Now you can use the super thanks at any time on my content on my YouTube channel, whether it be a short, a video, or a live stream. Oh, I hear a squirrel. It wouldn't be complete without that big old magnolia tree right here and the even bigger one over to the left. Got to have them big magnolia trees. You know what I mean, Vern? Take care of yourselves, but please take care of each other. And if I happen to see any blue lights anywhere on the way back to the eagle's nest, I will try my best to live stream them before they disappear. If they see me coming, they won't sit there for long. You know what I mean, Vern? EagleNick's on the scene and they're gone. EagleNick. Oh, this. I am EagleNick. And I'm out.